Let me tell you something, boys. Editing this shit sucks. It ain't fun.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Dave's finally here.
You're gonna make sure I was a champion.
Come back and then answer it. Down. Cut. No. Perfect.
Shut up!
Sound right, boy.
Y'all ready for the 2023 NFL Fantasy Draft? I know I am. First place, baby. Dem boys. See y'all bitches at the draft.
Look at this motherfucker right here. That's where a typical Democrat and a former seventh place person would fucking say. across from us.
This happened. Just a little drinky thing. Come on, man. Just a little sip. It's a tea. It's a little tea.
He's looking around like it's gonna get in trouble.
I'm fixing to go right now.
Let's go, Anthony.
My brother-in-law. Oh, yeah. Come on, get him in there. Get him in there, dog.
What's up? I want to see him forever.
Tilt your head back.
It's got to go in the mouth,
Put your
like
mouth.
on your tongue.
No, it doesn't count.
I'll show you how to
His face.
Oh my
He's like, hey, look at your buddy over here. He's like,
I need to show you how to do it.
Braden can show you how to go.
I'll show you. His eyes went like this.
Braden said he'll show you how to gargle some nuts, man.
You gotta get the cane in there.
Okay. All right, come on.
It's gonna be fun just leaving.
Let's go, Anthony. Let's go.
No, they were there.
Twist his dick.
Head back. Put the balls in your mouth.
You can't get them in your mouth at that angle.
Right. Did you feel any pull on that?
Oh, he pulled on the nuts.
What's up, boys? Someone got salted during the season. Let's take a look.
Okay, fuck you losers. I am not a Democrat, and if you want to keep talking shit, then let's talk some actual shit. So, go fuck yourselves. All of you. Even you, Dalton. You fuck you.
I'm Corey, motherfucking Van Lane, getting ready to whip all y'all's asses. I was a champion the year before, and I plan on being the champion again. So, give me all your money. That's right.
I'm Ryan. I'm an alcoholic. I've been here since the first year, and I missed 1 year, and I've been here ever since then. Been part of the league, so looking forward to another season. Haven't been in the bottom four so far. I think I've made the playoffs every single year so far, so we're looking forward to keeping that streak going. My expectations for this year is hopefully we get back to the final game. We don't have that bullshit we had with Terry last time, kind of rigged, Not going to get into that or anything. Should have won, but whatever. We'll give it to Terry. Terry deserved one. Yeah, just hopefully we don't fuck around and come in last place this year. Not really trying to have a date with a blow up doll. So yeah.
Hello, I'm Terry Merriman. I'm the champion of year 2022 in fantasy football draft. My goals for 23 are going to be to repeat or finish in the top 3. Oh, and did I say starting a new road with Terry Merriman coming down it?
Alright, so I'm filming this video because Devin sucks as commissioner and he has wasted our Waffle House trip. My intentions for this year is to kick the shit out of all of you, especially Anthony, because I can't wait to see him have a dinner date with a sex doll. I mean, it's going to be comical. We can make it a thing. Everybody can just kick the fuck out of Anthony every year. And this will just basically be a league for punishing Anthony. Let's get fucked up. All right.
What's going on? It's Braden, the general manager and owner of What Are You Doing Step Deck. I've been in the league for now 3 years. Haven't won shit, believe it or not. This year, though, I got a good feeling. Not only about these Cowboys here, as I do every year, but that's just who I am. That's my team. This year, I'm going to be in the playoffs. I'm going to draft well. We'll have to see what happens. So I would wish the rest of you all the best of luck, but I'm not going to do that, even though you will all desperately need it. Good luck, fellas. Let's see how 2023 goes.
And Devin, some people call me Demo, which is short for demolition. I'm here to fuck shit up. I'm in the playoffs every damn year. I got cheated out of a championship last year. I've been the league commissioner of this league for 5 years. Just know I'm in it to win it. I'm taking this year. I'm just going to be blunt, straightforward. I am the league commissioner. How could it not be so? Welcome 2023. Have fun. Stay classy. Let's get it.
What's going on? Name's Cameron. I've been in the league for 4 years now. I don't think I've ever lost. Sorry, Anthony and Bryce, last year. Sucks. I don't know how many waffles you ate, but I bet it's probably less than me. Probably not going to get first place, but if I had to, I would want to beat Ryan Mott in the championship just to get first place. I don't know why, but something, either that or Bryce, one of the two. I think those two would be good competitors, and that would make a fun championship. Anthony's probably going to be dead last again, rest his soul.
My name is Bryce Braxton, and I plan on taking first in the fantasy football season this year because all you guys fucking suck.
My name's Dalton Harrelson. Team name is Them Boys. Y'all are about to lose this season because last year I got screwed because somebody that I thought was my best friend talked me into trading somebody, Patrick Mahomes, and this year it ain't happening like that. So all y'all bitches are going down, first of all. Second of all, I hope we raise this damn pot because I'm going to take home the $800. And y'all probably already know who I'm going to draft first round. So there you go.
What's up, fellas? I'm Nick. I am the broker, older, less handsome version of your boy Ryan. Just putting you on notice that what I lack in the gene pool, I'm going to make up for and kicking your ass in fantasy football this year. So start drawing straws and finding out who's going to be giving up their spot in the playoffs because I'm coming for your asses. See y'all at the draft party.
I was the most impressed with Andrew's team just because of how he was able to come in out of left field, not really, especially given his somewhat questionable back-to-back quarterback picking. He still made it out fairly well for being the first time in the league, and I give him all the props in the world, and I look forward to seeing what he does this year because everyone, you better look out for Andrew Capehart. I'm telling you that right now.
Who do I feel had the best team of 2022 season? I feel like it's got to be you, Demo. Just, you kind of got robbed there at the end. I mean, you definitely should have been up there. I mean, if I felt like it was me or you that had to get in there, and luckily I got in there, and then Terry kind of took your spot. So I feel like you had a pretty good team. I feel like you kind of got robbed there at the end. You should have made it.
The biggest mistake of the 2022 draft was probably picking up not so much Dalvin Cook because he did okay some games, but Alvin Kamara, he didn't do anything all season. Kamara, yeah, I'd probably say that was my biggest mistake.
Cameron, Cam Demand. First off, I just want to say that you're shit in this league, dude. You probably shouldn't even be in this league because I feel like that the what you draft is probably like a D minus, maybe an F. But I will give you some advice. Next year, try to pay attention a little bit more, and not so much to your girlfriend. Just try to pay attention to like what's going on in the draft, and maybe draft a decent quarterback next year, man, and some running backs. You're just a little slacked off, man. All right, man. That's all I got. But hopefully next year I don't catch you looking at your girlfriend as much as you should be looking at the screen.
My intentions with the if you're not first, you're last league, pretty fucking high. I mean, year one, well, we had a little get together. We made hamburgers and hot dogs. We drafted and everybody went home. That was it. After each year has gone on, we have added more and more shit to make it more exciting and memorable. Like this is the first year we're making a documentary type mini movie, whatever you want to call it. Last year, we finally had a big draft board. We smoked some meats. We had cornhole. We did all this extra shit. We now have trophies, last place trophy, last league punishments. So to say from year one, we didn't really have anything besides the league to now we got all of this shit that we've come together as a group and made. I've got much more high expectations for this league from here on out that I want to keep adding. You know, we're going to have a history book, all this shit, you know what I mean? But I couldn't have done it without each and every one of you guys. I appreciate all of you for sticking with it. I'd like to keep the same damn group that we have now. I really don't like adding new players.
I feel the best team overall for the 2022 season had to be Terry Merriman. I mean, he won it. He did it with all Dolphins, and that's the crazy part. Like, how the hell do you win fantasy football with all Dolphins players? But hey, he did it, and I feel like he had the best overall season.
Hey, what's up? This is Andrew Capehart. the best fantasy football team on God's green earth. Fuck your Brandon, fuck your Ryan, fuck your Devin. I'm coming for y'all niggas. My goal this year, I didn't like how I went out last year. I didn't like how I went out. So I'm going to need my first place crown. Y'all been holding it from me for too long. No more.
My take on the Corey Gate rule is that, I mean, he's just a fucking cheater. He knew he had to put the guy in his lineup before the game started. He didn't. It's not my fault he forgot. And that's just what it is. Sometimes you got to fucking cheat to win, and that's what he did.
What would I have done different on draft day? Not get drunk on fucking draft day. That'll never happen again. I will have a couple beers, and I will do better on my damn draft.
My biggest mistake in the 2022 draft was definitely drafting DeAndre Hopkins without knowing that he was suspended, even though I had seen that before, but I had somehow forgotten about it by the time the draft started. I always try to go into these drafts with my notebook in here. Nobody's perfect. You know, I'm human, so. But I won't make the same mistakes again, so.
Dalton, I mean, what else can I say, buddy? You're just playing trash. You know, if McKenzie's not sitting right by you at the draft, which he wasn't the past year, that's why you fucking suck. You know, McKenzie knows what she's doing. You don't. You need to pick the shit up or you're gone. You're out. And, you know, it's nothing personal. I don't even think you've made it to one championship. I don't even think you've made the playoffs. I can't even remember you making the playoffs. My advice to you, do what Andrew Capehart did last year. This is his first year in the league. Mind you, he's coming into his second year. He already made the playoffs. And he drafted 2 quarterbacks back-to-back. Lamar Jackson, Tom Brady. But of course, last year, I got back-to-back picks. Fuck! Come on, man. 2 quarterbacks, back-to-back. That's my advice to you. You'll make it a long way. All that being said, Dalton, good luck. Because you're going to need it.
IYNFYL had the best overall team in the 22 season. I'm going to say it's going to be a toss-up between probably Devin Lane and Ryan Mott. They're probably a step above me. Just fought hard and didn't give up and was able to hang in there with them and become a winner.
My biggest mistake in the draft? Sheesh. Well, it was a mistake, but it ended up turning out being good. I actually, at the beginning, I thought Cooper Kupp had already been picked, and I ended up going Tyreek Hill over Cooper Kupp, and everybody was like, oh, what the hell? So and then once I realized it, I felt stupid, but then Tyreek Hill ended up going off this year, had one of his best seasons fantasy-wise, so it turned out to be pretty good, even though it was a mistake.
One thing I could have done different, I remember very distinctly that I had lost a very valuable player to somebody in the 5th round that shouldn't have been in the 5th round, and that was Cooper Kupp himself. I didn't draft him because I wasn't looking at my sheets and all that stuff. I wasn't looking at my notes. I didn't know he was up on the board. So Devin stole him from me.
There were honestly quite a number of teams that should have won the championship in terms of being in it, but I can't narrow it down to just one person. I got to flip a coin between Ryan Mott, very old friend of mine, and Andrew Capehart. They both had very impressive teams, and it would probably land on Ryan Mott's team, though, if I had to choose one. Probably Ryan.
Who do I feel had the best overall team of the 2022 season? I'm not going to mean to be biased here, but me. I think me. I had a very well-rounded team. I traded for Patrick Mahomes midway through the season. Highest scorer in points throughout the whole season. Mott came in second place behind me in points scored. If I couldn't choose myself, I'm going to vote for Terry. Mainly all of his players were Dolphins, Miami players. I mean, who would have thought? But yeah, if I had to say, I would have the best overall team of the 2022 season, and it's not even close.
You have to this year. You just have to let somebody know ahead of time about the whole Corey Gate not having service and not being able to put his player in. You're just gonna have to, if you know you're gonna be somewhere, your phone's about to die, or if you know you're about to lose service. Like me and Dalton, we're in the woods every weekend, just about during hunt season. You got to let somebody know ahead of time. Say, hey, I've got my starting lineup set. It's Friday afternoon. I'm about to head out to the woods. I got my lineup set. But if this player right here ends up being out, this is the person I want in, or if this person's is in my lineup and they're out, then I want somebody else, or if this person that's not in my lineup ends up playing, then I want them, and you just gotta we got to go ahead and have some backups for every position ready just a couple days before. So.
Man, that fucking Ryan Mott last season, he got lucky. He doesn't even have a chance this year. He should really probably just go ahead and draft a kicker in the first round, and maybe even a defense in the second, because he fucking sucks.
My intentions for the league is to keep the core players all together, and I feel like we've done a good thing with that. And we just roll every season, you know. I think we started a good thing with the trophy, putting everybody's name on that. So, you know, I think it'll be a strong, collective, core group of people for the season.
My thoughts on Braden being the only Democrat and Biden supporter is it kind of suits him perfectly. I mean, you look at Braden and you think Democrat. So that's just what it is.
I feel that Ryan Mott had the best overall team for the 2022 season because the way that he drafted on draft day was really good, and he also evaluated the trades. He did really good on trading, picking different players to trade with other people's teams. I just feel overall he did really, really good for the season.
Scale of 1 to 10, how much I hate the Cowboys. There's a big old pile of POS. Rank them. I mean, it looks like ice cream coming out of the Cowboys. Slimy and nasty.
My expectations this season, they just right out the window. I mean, everybody we all said from the start that Terry and Capehart had two of the worst drafts that we had ever seen, and then both of them ended up in the Final Four in the playoffs. So it was, I don't know, it was just, I felt like I had a great draft. I felt like you had a great draft, a couple other people, and then, I mean, I made it to the finals, but I wanted to talk shit about Terry and Capehart's team so much the whole season, and then they just ended up being good. So, you know, it was just expectations blown out of the water.
Devin. I think Devin should have won the championship strictly because of his comeback. Ryan and Terry, they did pretty good. But I think if anybody deserved the win more than the other, I think Devin did.
Yeah, Braden's a millennial, liberal, whatever the fuck you want to call him. Let's go, Brandon. What else can I say? I don't fucking like it, to say the least. Braden should be thrown in jail. Look, I've known Braden since high school, and he's let me down every fucking year. He's voted for Biden, Hillary Clinton, all them Democratic motherfuckers. Braden's a typical Democrat. There's just no beating around the bush there.
It's been a tough year. Devin Lane's always kicked my ass every year. I've played with him. I battled hard with him and Mott. They beat my ass, knocked me back down from out of top 3 to, I don't know, I think I fell to maybe 6th. I thought I was out of it. I said, hell no, I'm kicking them bitches' asses. I'm coming back to the top. I made it back up to the top. We had a bad thing go on during the NFL year with a player being hurt. We worked out an agreement to settle the championship. It worked out in my favor. Finally got the championship. I'm number 1 this year. And I couldn't ask for any more. It was a hard fought battle with my boys. But I kicked my son Devin Lane's ass. That's all that matters.
Corey, quite frankly, I'm not entirely sure what is going on in your life that keeps you so busy from simply just looking at your phone and putting a player where he's supposed to be. You know, I think it's a disgrace, quite frankly, that you couldn't even remember to do that. And, you know, you claim to care about this league, but it didn't. Your actions don't mirror that. So this year, you're going to make sure that you put the player where they're supposed to be, okay? Charge your phone. There's not going to be any more of this Corey gate that we've been hearing about, okay? You know, we're going to see what happens, and I'm looking forward to it because, quite frankly, I think it's going to be hysterical.
My take on the Corey Gate rule. Listen, I put it out on the chat for everyone to vote on. Everyone voted. What the hell is the problem if you voted? If you didn't want it, all you have to do is say no, and then we wouldn't have switched anything. So that's kind of like everyone's bitching about Joe Biden being the president. Well, if you don't want him the president, you don't vote for him. So that's my take on the Corey Gate.
My intentions with the if you're not first or last league is just I think we should make the the buy-in bigger. That way the pot's bigger. And then I plan on being in it for a long term.
My draft strategy for next season is, again, not to get drunk on draft day and before the draft, and try to be more strategic with my moves on what screwed me was late in the draft. I always planned for early in the draft and did stuff early in the draft to where I had good players. Kind of when all the players get taken up, I want to try to strategize more on who's going to give me the most points on game day towards late in the draft.
I'm in, if you're not first, last for the long term. So I don't plan on being last anymore. I think I got this figured out. I'm going to put me together another damn good team.
If I had to wear one NFL player's jock strap, it's got to be a kicker, right? I mean, you don't want anybody else's. We'll go Justin Tucker. I feel like that's a Braden answer right there. We'll go Justin Tucker. I don't know. I probably don't have enough to fucking fill the nuts of that guy. I don't know, but we'll see.
My thoughts on Braden being a Biden supporter / Democrat. I feel like it's pretty embarrassing. It makes sense as to why he supports the Cowboys. I'm surprised Dalton doesn't like Biden himself.
My biggest mistake of the 2022 draft, at the time I thought it was Tony Pollard. I really didn't have a big mistake. I mean, I drafted Cooper Kupp in the 3rd round. I don't know how the fuck that happened, but at the time I thought it was Tony Pollard because I initially thought Zeke, the half-belly guy. I really thought Zeke was going to be a top performer again, and Tony Pollard really wasn't going to do shit. So at the time, that was my worst mistake.
Braden, you're just a piece of shit. Let's face it. Anybody that roots for the Dallas Gay Boys is just a piece of shit. And fuck you too, Dalton.
I had to wear one NFL player's jockstrap. It'd be Ryan Fitzpatrick. Just because I know he has big nuts, so mine would fit.
My feeling on the Corey Gate rule, shit happens. That's really what it comes down to. Should you be ready? Should you have your players started before game day? Yes, but at the end of the day, it's life and shit happens, and I believe that was the right thing to do to kind of overturn that for in Corey's favor.
If I had to wear one player's jockstrap, any of you who said Tom Brady are sick and disgusting, I'm going with Tony Romo.
Biggest mistake of the 22 draft. I could have probably picked one or two a little bit better players, I would think. A pretty good draft overall, and had a good thought.
It's like a 10.5 at least. On a scale of 9 to 10, I hate the Cowboys on a 10. It's not even so much the team. It's just the fans. They don't shut the fuck up. That's all it is.
All right, Mr. Andrew K. Park. I want you to go ahead with the #1 draft pick overall and just draft every damn quarterback because that's all you do is do quarterbacks. Piece of shit.
My intentions with this league, I plan to stay as long as God would let me, which means as long as I live, I'm going to be in the league. With what Devin's doing with it, it makes it kind of interesting, makes it a little fun. I really enjoy it, even though I get pissed off most of the years because players don't do stuff for me or don't do shit for me in general. But I still something fun. You get together, watch games sometimes, or you get together for the draft. The draft party last year was a blast. I wouldn't mind doing that every year, man. So I'd like to stay in it long term.
If I were to rate how much I hated the Cowboys on a scale of 9 to 10, I would at least say a 12. I mean, you wouldn't catch a single piece of the Cowboys apparel on my body unless I was fucking dead. You ain't gonna catch that shit on me ever. If Ariana Grande was in front of me right now, she said the only way you're getting one with me is if you put a Cowboys jersey on. Bye. Fuck you. I ain't putting that shit on.
My expectations for this last season were, hopefully to win, but I was at least wanting to do better than I had the previous 2 years. Certain players just didn't do what I expected them to do. Dak Prescott shit the bed. I've watched him since he was a rookie. I thought he might be able to do at least something, but especially with that damn defense. When the Cowboys have a mess, we're going to see what happens. I like to have Cowboys players just because they have a lot of good young players. That's just a fact. I wanted to do better, and I think I'm going to do better this year, so we'll see what happens.
So Braden, advice for Braden. What you need to do is you need to draft the entire Cowboys team. Don't even worry about Dak Prescott. Just go Cooper Rush. You need to get Cooper Rush on there. Tony Pollard, the Cowboys defense, CD's nuts. Whoever they draft this year, just go ahead and just draft the whole Cowboys team. That'll just put you to success because you love the Cowboys so much. You just draft the whole Cowboys team, and you probably have to fight Dalton over it, but you do great. I mean, clearly it's worked for you in the past. You've been in the championship every year.
One thing I would have done different about my draft, maybe not go with running backs because it proved to be quarterbacks were a little bit more valuable than running backs.
I think I'm going to go big, and I'm probably going to take a quarterback in the first round, depending on where I'm at.
Bryce. I mean, you lost last year. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised you lost again. You might be better off fucking drafting a punter in the first round. You may be able to place 9th place. Other than that, I mean, I'm not really worried about Bryce in the championship. Like I said previously, I'd rather go against somebody who's worthy. You know what? I mean, if we end up coming to a championship face-off, whoever wins, you know, may the best man win. But just know that I can always cook better than you.
Again, I honestly feel Ryan Mott should have won. I feel like the whole controversy with the Bills and the Bengals, it kind of screwed everything up a little bit. Not that Terry don't deserve it. I just think that he kind of got screwed in the end. But I do feel like he deserved to win. At the end of the day, in my opinion, he had the better team.
Him being a Democrat support. Sorry about that, boy. We need to reschool him and teach him the right rules about Republicans. And that's all I got to say for that. I'll leave it at that.
Oh no intentions of leaving the league. I gotta see one through. I gotta actually win. I mean, this past year, as far as the app goes, I won, but we gave it to Terry. It's just it doesn't feel like a win. I want one that's actually for me. I want to be able to say I fucking won that league. After that, who fucking cares? I can quit now. I'm just kidding. No, I'll be around as long as the league's around. I'll be in it.
On a scale of 9 to 10, how much do I hate the Cowboys? I don't think I hate them as much as Devin hates them because I like Tony Pollard so much. I think that's the only part. That's the only reason. And Micah Parsons. Those two players out of the entire team is the only reason it brings my score to an 8 out of 10.
If I hadn't talked about the Corey Gate rule, being the league commissioner and that he's my dad, it's kind of awkward. We made that rule midway through season because I had gotten a text from my dad late that night after a game started saying he forgot to put in his player and the game had already started, and then I texted you guys. Some of you agreed, some of you didn't, and I went ahead and switched his player because some of you guys outweighed the other half in the yes category, if that makes sense. So Bryce was pissed off, and then Bryce pleaded his case and then changed all your guys' minds. And then I was stuck with, well, it already happened. What can I do, you know? That is why we came up with the Corey Gate rule. Good job, Dad. You fucking dumbass. Make sure you have all your shit ready this season. Have all your guys ready to go? You miss someone? Oh, well, fuck it. You ain't gonna play them. Because I ain't gonna do shit.
The biggest shock to me was my boy Terry. Terry's always been on the bottom, and he just came out of nowhere and whipped everybody's ass. So that was the biggest surprise for me for the 2022 season. Terry came out of the woodworks, following the damn Dolphins players.
Corey, if you want to win this year, first thing you got to do, no matter what pick you have in the first round, you have to go tight end. No matter what you do, I don't care if it's Kelsey, I don't care if it's whoever. Take a tight end in the first round. Second round, kicker. And listen, I know how this sounds where I'm going with this, but you get Tucker, take him, because Dalton got him last year and he was shit-faced. I don't know how that happened. Good going there, dipshit. Tight end, kicker. Third round, I would definitely say you have to go running back. There's going to be not too many of those left by that point. You're going to have to get your shit together because, you know, you've had some fuck-ups in the past. You know, we can all agree on that. You know, you can overcome those if you just listen to my advice. First round, tight end. Second round, kicker. Third round, running back. Fourth round, wide receiver. Fifth round, quarterback. You will be completely fine no matter what happens. So hope to see you in the playoffs, buddy.
My expectations were not met during the season. I think I finished 5th in last year. So, I mean, if you're not first, you're last. So
My intentions with if you're not first, your last league is to be in this league until I'm 90 years old and am freaking in a wheelchair, because I love this league. I love all my guys that are in this league, and I feel like this is just overall great league to be in.
Shit happens. We got to make circumstances, make rules up, and that's what happened with the Corrugate rule, I guess.
Oh yeah. I'm sure it would make the league a lot better if we didn't have that one Democrat, Braden, in here. The league would be a lot more enjoyable, But he comes in here every day with every draft. He's got that gay pride shirt on, supporting the LGBTQ and all that stuff. Says Biden Cowboys on it, and I don't know, man. It just sometimes I just wonder about that guy.
My take on the Corrugate rule. I mean, looking at it in the long run, it didn't exactly matter. But at the time, it could have been like a butterfly effect type of thing, and he could have won the entire championship just because of that one rule. If everything that he's saying was true, I'm not saying I doubt you, Corey. I'm not saying that I doubt you. But if everything, he's saying was true, then I understand. And it doesn't really bother me all that much. I mean, if it'd have been different if he'd have won the championship. I feel like that'd have been a little bit different.
My expectations were met. I wouldn't say they were blown off. They were met. Because I had a decent season, not like I've had in the past, but really thought I was going to have a crappier record than I had. But I kind of beat some guys that were important, that were kind of in first, second, third place, kind of towards the end of the season. So that was there. But yeah, I think it was pretty good.
You got me fucked up. You think I'm sharing my strategy? On a for real note, my draft strategy: taking Patrick Mahomes first round, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow for my next 2 picks. So my strategy, I guess you could say, is 3 quarterbacks rounds 1 through 3. I'm gonna select a kicker 4th round. I'd advise you guys follow this plan because this is what's gonna get me to the chip. You're gonna get to the championship. Watch me. I make it to the championship this year. Y'all gonna be fucking what? That's my strategy, motherfucker.
Instead of Terry winning the championship, I feel like I should at least. I mean, I was in 10th place for 3/4 of the season. 10th. And I made it all the way up to 5th. And was this close to making the playoffs. I feel like I should have made it. But then once I didn't make it, I kind of just I didn't pay attention to it after that. I think I slipped to 8th because I didn't really even put any players in. But I feel like I should have made the playoffs, and then I could have defended my championship.
What was that question?
On a scale of 9 to 10, how much do you hate the Cowboys?
9, because 9 was fucking Tony Romo's number, you piece of shit. This interview's over. Bullshit.
my biggest mistake in last year's draft was drafting Herbert, just because he got hurt midway through the season and he was never really the same.
Braden being the only Democrat and Biden supporter in the league, I don't even like to talk about it. It just gets me so mad that he is that big of a damn Democrat, and overall he's just a liberal. I really can't stand it. But like I said, we're all a team. But as the Democrat, I mean, I really don't like him on his opinions on liking Joe Biden.
Draft strategy for this season is pick the badass players I can get on the board, kick that ass all the way to the championship again. Whoop, whoop.
Draft strategy. I can't quite give all that up. I gotta go. There's certain positions in the league that are plentiful that people try to go for them, the top tier ones right off the bat, and that ain't always the best move. Sometimes you run out of certain skill positions early, and you got to get those positions early. So just might have to triple up and quad up on a couple of positions right off the bat just to make sure that there's not enough for everybody else, and then maybe I can get rid of one of those and get me one of those top tier of another position.
I definitely see a long-term future with this league. Everyone in it, close personal friend of mine, great group of buddies. I wouldn't trade them for the world, and I love football just as much as them, so probably not as much. They're pretty good people. I plan on staying here for a long time, and Who knows? Maybe the Cowboys might win a Super Bowl and I'll get the globe. And maybe so will Dalton.
On a scale of 9 to 10, how much do I hate the Cowboys? I would never hate the Cowboys. It's a 0. I love my boys. Dem boys, Super Bowl bound, baby.
Biggest shock this season. There's a couple. I mean, there's obviously the ending where the Bills and Bengals game got canceled. That was pretty hard to figure out. And then there was a couple of, I mean, like the Russell Wilson trade with the Broncos, and then he ended up playing like dog shit the whole year. And then Aaron Rodgers played like dog shit. There was just a couple of top tier players that just didn't play like anything. It kind of messed up a couple of our drafts. We thought we had good teams, and then players just didn't show up.
If I had to wear one player's NFL jockstrap, it would probably be Dak Prescott.
Okay. Hey. Get off my counter.
All right, Mr. Andrew. What's his last name?
K part. Action.
Oh, if I had to wear one NFL player's jockstrap, it would be. That's a weird question.
It's supposed to be stupid.
She said, "This is weird."
What do you want to do?
Okay.
You don't have to talk. Oh, fuck. Go back.
Why?
Guess I talk! I guess it doesn't matter because I'm erasing audio. I'll do it again.
Okay. All right. You ready?
Go ahead. Whenever you're ready. Get down! Cut! Cut!
Wait, we gotta edit.
I can edit this shit. Hang on, wait till that's done.
Mackenzie, why would you say that?
What does it say?
Fantasy football is gay.
I don't fucking like it, to say the least.
This team just go. Not even, you don't even need Dak Prescott. Just go Cooper Rush. Go
I
for the
thought your
Cowboys.
favorite team was the Bears.
Shut up!
Oh yeah.
That's definitely gonna be
yeah.
blooper right
Oh
there.
yeah. Shut up! Shut up!
I'll let
Oh my god. Jesus fuck.
Hey, what's up? This is Andrew K. Part, president of the Heart Stoppers.
Oh shit.
What the fuck?